You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we've got a member of the Hoops, I guess, media. I don't know exactly what this woman's purpose is, all right? It's supposed to be some kind of a journalist, which, unfortunately, for as far as I'm concerned, that immediately knocks you down a peg these days because, well, who trusts journalists these days? I know I don't. A lot of people don't. About 65% of the voting public doesn't. And it's in a lot of ways because of things just like this. I will give this person credit for this. She did peel back the curtain and totally expose everybody, including herself, all the ones that are out there furious because the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark have a boatload of nationally televised games, including a bunch of games that are on actual three-letter networks, ABC, or ESPN, or CBS. ESPN's four letters, but you get the point. They have some of the same kind of reach, or a very large reach, for their potential viewing audience, right? Well, I read this. Ken Swift shared it. It was from Correlation. Correlation's a really, really good follow online on Twitter X, but this is from Don Montgomery. Now, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but some are saying this is a cousin of Renee Montgomery, who is one of the quote-unquote owners that came out and trashed Caitlin Clark fans last year for the Atlanta Dream. Then maybe if they are related, this shouldn't surprise me. And I guess it doesn't surprise me. The fact is, I think she speaks for a lot of people in the legacy WNBA media or some kind of media, period. And she just tells it, comes out and says it, exposes herself. They're hating on Caitlin Clark because of her skin color. And they're furious about it. They're petty. They're jealous. And boy, they're sick and tired of this. All right. So this is what she said. Well, let me start here. The Indiana Fever will make up 40% of all WNBA games on ESPN and ABC. There's also games on ION and CBS as well. All right. This makes absolutely no sense. Really? Because it makes perfect sense. And I swear they're putting all this money into that girl who ain't done shit but be white. Wow. I'm sick of this. And Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, I don't care if I don't ever get invited to a WNBA-related events nor games anymore. Enough is a damn enough. So there it is. It's right out in the open. There's no confusion. They hate Caitlin Clark because she's white. All right? They're jealous. They're petty. They're ornery because the straight white girl doesn't come into a league with a bunch of activists. And that's what this person is. She's got Black Lives Matter in her actual Twitter profile right here. I guarantee you she hates, I'm just going to keep it real, she hates crackers like me, I'm sure. And when, at the end of the day, I'm just a regular sports fan that has come in and started following this league and realized the league's a bunch of, the media and the players are a bunch of activists. And I've never seen anything like it. I mean, during the wokest times of the NBA, I guess it's been similar. But generally speaking, this has been unlike anything I've ever seen. Caitlin Clark, white lady, comes in out of Iowa and takes the league by storm. And she says this makes zero sense. Well, why? If she's getting 3 times the amount of ratings that any other WNBA game is getting, including some massive spikes at times, all right, we're talking, 2.54 million people watched that final playoff game that Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever was in. Guys, that's a huge rating. for the WNBA, right? If media revenue and revenue is generated from viewership, then how does this not make perfect sense? But nobody wants to hear that. This continues a trend of people involved with the league, watching the league. They don't, they don't care how the money's raised. They just want to get paid more. They don't care. They don't really want you and I watching this league. They don't, and they're, and they're not even trying to hide it. I, I, I made a comment under somebody else's post today. Guess what they did? Called me a racist and brought my wife into it immediately. It's like, what is wrong with you people exactly? You're a radical activist, right? I mean, only one guess how these folks are actually voting. And I hate to go there, but that's part of it. And I got an American flag and all that in the background, and they can't stand that. It's amazing how much they can't stand this Indiana Fever basketball player who has come in, moved the needle. She is the needle. She is the bag in the league. And they're furious about it. She is the path for these players in this league to possibly become relevant. But make no mistake, people like this, they're trying to run you back out of this league. If a team allows her to get a media credential for anything, they should be embarrassed. Yeah, she ought to have her media credentials to WNBA events revoked. Kathy Engelbert doesn't have the guts to do the right thing here, I don't believe. A journalist rightfully lost his access after weird heart comments towards Caitlin Clark last year. This is even worse, absolutely. Ken Swift, and nobody will speak out against this from the WNBA media. Where's the Players Association? They're not going to, the Players Association, Ken, are not going to step up for Caitlin Clark. I don't believe. I don't believe it. 100,000 followers and spewing the most racist hate. That girl ain't done shit but be white. Wow. Sad for sure. Jealousy is a ugly human trait. This is awful. I mean, it really is. It's wild. Ken, the mask has always been totally off. Caitlin Clark is the first athlete in history who is, quote, supposedly hated only because a very fraction percentage of her fans are obnoxious and racist. Don't all athletes with huge followings have at least some fans like that? Haters are clearly racist. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. I've never seen anything to this extent. These people want to gatekeep this league. They don't want you watching. They don't want you involved. It's crazy to me. I really want the entire WNBA to do well and go to the next level, but they just have to get out of their own way. It's really sad to watch this drama unfold. We're doing this again, folks. This year. It's already started. You're seeing it. Racist much. Let them wallow in their misery. The hate is wild. They're livid. They're livid because Caitlin came into this league and tripled their viewership. And they're mad that all these other players that's already been in the league and come and gone or still play, they weren't the ones to do it, and they're angry about it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what do you say about the NBA prior to Larry and Magic showing up and then Michael? You know? Not only that, but they want you to pay some kind of toll and bow down to a certain players in this league. No, that's not how business works. People will consume and spend money and time on the things they are interested in. Period. Not a single thing more. Capitalism is a thing. Wow. Kathy Engelbert will not do anything about this. The WNBA Players Association, I just don't. Or look, they called for Christine Brennan to be fired from USA Today, and they didn't want her to be a journalist covering the league anymore. What are they going to say about this? Not a freaking word. Because they didn't agree with Christine, even though she had been an advocate for women's basketball forever. They won't do anything about this person. Not a thing. She don't care about not getting invited to events. They'll invite her. I'm surprised this person's not working for ESPN. She would be perfect. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.